Hello and welcome to Dodge Nature Center. My name is Toenjes, and this is our Eastern Screech Owl. She's one of the smallest species of owls that we have in Minnesota. So she actually won't get any bigger. Most time people are like, oh, what a cute little baby owl. She's very fluffy, but she is not a baby owl. She's an adult owl. We know that this owl is probably about 2 years old. We got her when she was about 1 year old from the Raptor Center. The reason that we have this bird is because she can't live in the wild anymore. She was actually hit by a car, so as you can see, her wing on this side is kind of permanently in that shape. She can't open it all the way, she can't close it all the way, so she couldn't actually fly to catch any of her own food. If you're an owl and you can't catch any food, you will starve. Or something else might eat you first. So if she couldn't fly away, it'd be really easy for a fox or coyote, maybe even a raccoon or somebody's cat, to easily make a meal out of her. And even though she looks like she might weigh a little bit, she's actually probably only a couple of ounces. She's pretty small. A lot of what you see of her is mostly feathers. She's very fluffy. The reason owls are so fluffy is their feathers are actually frayed on the end, so that when they fly, they actually don't make any sound. The frayed edges of the wings help break up the wind as it goes across their wings, so they can fly almost completely silently. And owls are also able to catch their prey at night. She has yellow eyes, so we know she's a nocturnal owl. If she were to hunt, she would hunt at nighttime. Since she's so small, most of the food she would eat would be things like very small mice or rodents, maybe even sometimes other insects as well, stuff that's small enough for her to catch. Since she is a captive bird and she cannot hunt for herself, instead we chop up food for her and we give it to her to eat, since she can't provide for herself. She also has some kind of cool facts about her. Since she's an owl, she also has offset ears, which means she has one that's lower, one that's higher, so when she's hunting, she can tilt her head to distinguish which way the sound is coming from and triangulate. That's exactly where that mouse is. So when she flies in, she can hear it, and also, since they have so many tendons in their neck, owls are able to focus on one point and keep their whole head still so they can continue to focus on their prey instead of their body moving with it. Since they also have so many tendons in their neck, they can turn their head really far around. Not all the way 360 degrees, because nothing can do that without snapping its head off. But she can turn her head around about 270 degrees. So when she turns her head 270 degrees, it would be like if I could turn my head all the way back and around to this side of my shoulder. So it's pretty impressive. They can go pretty far around. And sometimes people think that it looks like they're spinning their head around and around and around, but it's usually because an owl might be frightened or might be looking at something and they whip their head around really fast, so it looks like they can spin their head all the way around. When she's hunting, she also has some extra features. She has little whiskers that are up and around her beak. Hers are pretty long, because when an owl gets really close to their food, their eyes are made for distance. So when she can't see things that are up close to her face, it's almost like they disappear. So instead she has all those whiskers around her beak so that when she's feeding on her food, she can actually feel if something's moving in front of her face. So if she has had a live mouse, that it wouldn't be able to injure her. She can still tell what's going on. Since she's a raptor, she also has the typical talons that a raptor would have on its feet. Unique about owls is that normally the raptors would have 3 toes in front, 1 in the back. What she is doing as an owl is they can actually rotate one of their toes back so that they have 2 in front and 2 in the back to grip onto a branch better. Because during the daytime, usually owls are just sleeping. They sit in a tree, and that's where they sleep.